Hey all, it's time for Jason's Thoughts. This episode is dedicated to the high school grads that aren't sure exactly what's next for them in life. Look, I had this epiphany from some personal experiences. My oldest daughter just graduated high school, and as we kind of approach fall and my younger son is going back to school and my daughter's decided to take some time off, I reflected on, just the things that she might be going through and what a lot of high school kids that just graduated might be going through and how I felt after I graduated. Let's be real here. At 17 or 18, does anybody actually know what they want to do in life? Yeah, some probably do. Some probably are taken after their parents, or they have some kind of dream job, and it might require some post-secondary university or college education or certificates. And you know what? They might get out of high school and they might go right to it, and that's okay. That's their path. I'm here for the others that just maybe don't know what they want and share my personal, life story that when I graduated, what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wanted to be a rich artist. And lo and behold, as I reflected, I didn't know how to do that. I thought maybe I'd be a comic book artist, but I'm not good enough for that. And realized all the rich artists mostly were dead because they have limited prints on everything, and just nothing really screamed out to me. I looked through university and college guides and looking at all these courses and just didn't feel like I knew what I wanted to do, and that was okay. I didn't have parents pressuring me or stressing me out to say that I had to pick something right away. And I took a year off, decided to just work, and it was okay. I was having a good time, making a little bit of money, and I was happy. Lo and behold, after a year, I went, okay, now I got to get my gears going. And the only thing that I could still decipher over that entire year was that I wanted to be an artist still. And so I enrolled into art, into college, and started studying and learning clay. And guess what? I dropped out after a couple semesters and spent a lot of money, and quite frankly, wasted a lot of money. And I'm not saying all school is bad. I'm just saying that for me, doing clay was not what I wanted to learn, and I didn't need to learn that. I wanted to learn a different skill set. But the fact of the matter is, at that age, it's hard to know what your path is going to be. Nurse, doctor, lawyer, firefighter. Oh, there's 1,000 different careers out there. And, you're just trying to figure yourself out. You're trying to figure out your own independence. You're trying to figure out bills and credit history, and should I move out of my house? I need more space and rent and bills and whatever. There's a lot of pressure. And so, what I've discovered in my life is that some things just pick you. And for me, I did the usual jobs, worked at gas stations, did some other stuff, nothing too exciting, but in the end, retail picked me. I never went out to say, hey, I'm going to be a district sales manager for retail locations. It just ended up that as I was having fun in life and exploring and enjoying, just ended up landing in a gig that was something that I just happened to be good at, and I was selling things and I was making money. And here I am 20 some odd years later, still doing kind of the same thing, enjoying the finer things in life, and things pick you. The other point I want to make is that things aren't what they used to be. When my parents grew up, it was like, you're going to go do this and you're going to be this for the rest of your life. Well, at least your working life. And your working life is long. To be a nurse or doctor, those are amazing, amazing jobs, and I'm sure amazing careers. But, in this current era, one person might have 2 or 3 career roles. And that's also okay. I'd rather stop doing something that I'm miserable doing and take that risk and maybe go for something else. And maybe you do need some schooling. Maybe you didn't go to school right now, but you know, you're in your mid-30s and you decide, hey, I want to be a nurse. Nothing says you can't do that. Go for it then. Make the decisions when you feel they're right for you. And I don't think anything can go wrong from it. So there's my words of advice. If you aren't ready to commit to something at 17 or 18, it's okay. For me. Your parents might say differently, but for me, it's okay. Give yourself some time to figure out your priorities. Figure out what your goals are. You know, I talk about shiny things or freedom. You know, a lot of people want nice cars and nice things. And, you know, maybe someone wants to live on the beaches of Thailand for $2 a day, right? Figure out what those goals are first. That'll really help you to decide where you need to lead your career. And again, a career isn't 40, 50 years anymore. Career is what you want to make it. You're allowed to pivot in your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s, and even your 60s. You can do different things, and they may not even be connected, but it is okay. And guess what? You get one journey in this ride. Why don't you experience a couple different things in a couple different ways and just go with it? So there it is. For all of those high school grads, don't worry, you're not alone. If you don't know what it is you want to do right now, you're 15, 16, or 17, and not everybody knows what they want to do at that time and that age. So there you have it. You're not alone. You got me at least. I was there once upon a time. And you'll get through this great big journey in life, even if you don't know what you're going to do tomorrow or the next day. Just have fun, be safe, be kind to all, and you'll land on your feet just fine.